Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. And Priya, Dad's not going potties. Come on, you gotta go pee-pees. You gotta go in your crate. Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. I was trying to film a clip with the dogs outside, and they're being very obstinate, so I tried to give them some grub. I wanted to treat myself to my sheet sandwich this morning, so getting out of here just a couple minutes early. Hopefully, because it's already like 20-something after. And I don't think FaceTrack is working right now for some reason. I don't know. But anywho, oh yeah, we are gonna get Monday going here. So our new associate starts today. It is what it is. I mean, we need the person, but you know, anytime you get someone new, you're always like, So, yep, gotta give them time, see what happens. The funny thing is, I was told the other day. Remember when I got hired? They could not let me have my position until I was there a certain amount of time. And supposedly they had gotten permission from higher ups to do that. But then they got told the other day after they did it that our division is not allowed to do that. Because there's, you know, kind of like Walmart, there's different division size stores. So, got away with it there, and now we have to deal with it. And I don't know why you're not face tracking. It's kind of getting a little annoying. Mojo, would you stop? And things I have the base on there, it should stay standing. Okay. Give them their little piece of treats. And then they gotta get something, or they're gonna get their whatchamacallit for crate. Give her that. Okay. That's the nice thing about this. Once it is following you, you can actually do things. But happy Monday, everybody. We have 20 degrees. So like -5-ish. So, all right. Anybody do their business? Anybody do their business? It's not following. Priya, breakfast. Come on. Oh, there you go, buddy. Come on, get your breakfast. Good afternoon, everybody. It is a beautiful one. It's like almost 40 degrees, if not 40. Getting puppies out for a while. Oh yeah, blue skies, sun is shining, warmer, slightly less wind, and it's already 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I plan on actually getting out of here and going down by doing the river walk with these guys and taking the RX 100 with me and playing around. But I feel like we're too close to dinner time. And I have a basset hound that doesn't want to walk. Yeah, she wasn't feeling good this morning. It was just a bad morning. I just was not in any mood for filming. Especially after yesterday. One of the comments I got was that I just need to quit filming dog walks. And I almost rage quit. So, I'm not going to lie. If you're still watching, you know who you are. I think the comment might have been deleted now. Somehow it was still showing up in my thing. I was able to screen grab it. But they do have a valid point. I mean, I realize that my channel is, you know, doesn't have hot babes. I don't go on vacations. I try to force myself to be a better YouTuber than I really am with buying equipment that I can't afford. And this is all true things. I've been saying this over and over and over again. So, but I also try to bring home the fact that, you know, getting into YouTube and doing this stuff costs money. You don't have sponsorship, you don't have monetization, it's coming out of your pocket. So that's the type of things I try to stress. But, yeah, anyway, enough on that. But right now, puppies and I are out, getting a little walk. Little man came to me because I had a sandwich. So, yeah, it's so close to their dinner time already. It's almost, you know, it's already after 4 o'clock. And it's like, we'll just take a walk around here. The vet's probably still open, Leather's still open, so I'm not going to get down by that. I really don't need the ND filter on this thing to do any type of shooting with it. Obviously, right now I'm on the Pocket 3. Primarily been using the Pocket because the suction mount fell off the windshield again for the Action, so I haven't bothered putting it back up, and therefore I've just been using the Pocket. Alrighty, getting the RX 100, or the RX 10, excuse me. The RX 10 Mark IV. A little bit of video footage since I have it out. Here's the thing with this, and why this one is kind of a pain in the butt to walk around with. It is ginormous. It is huge. If you saw the thumbnail yesterday, the camera is very, very big. Yes, I do have a shoulder strap, and it locks it in pretty good, and I can carry it with me, but it bounces around, and Mateo just did his boom boom, and picking that up, you know, it's clinging against my body. Not impossible, but doable. This is better than yesterday, obviously. Plus, I can hold better stabilization. If my hands get cold, I can actually let go and put it in, you know, let it just rest against me. But the biggest thing is, you just never know when something's going to happen. And I don't like carrying this big-ass camera with me everywhere I go. Like right now, there is nothing going on in the sky. There's not a plane, there's not a cloud, there's not a bird, there's nothing. And you just never know when you're going to need it, and this is just too bulky to always carry with me. Turn face detect off so I can kind of zoom down. So yeah, you got this big-ass camera hanging off of you, and it's just, you know, this shoulder strap, this is the one that Mike had, or very similar to it, where it locks around your shoulder, and then you've got locking points on it, so, you know, whoops, too high. It makes it better for carrying it, don't get me wrong. I can definitely carry this camera, and maybe I just need to learn how to do it. It's just, like I said, it's not something just on a dog walk I'm just going to grab this camera and head out with. So I don't think that was the neighbor I thought it was. Oh yeah, it is. That's Ruby's mom. So we might get to see Ruby. We haven't seen her in forever. But another super bright sunny day. That's another thing. Now this one, the viewfinder on it is a little bit different than the smaller cameras do. But the screen is, in this lighting, is horrible. Oh, that power line's in the way of that tree. Darn it. No, we'll get the bigger one. Dude, you went around me. That's the wrong way. The audio might be a little low in this thing right now. Let me use the viewfinder. Whoa. Yeah, this tree. And the power line went out of focus. That's full 600. I don't know. Sometimes it's just nice to be able to look out and see things. Oh, there's a transformer. Well, that's not really what we want. Yeah, I don't know what's going on back up in here. A couple nights ago, there was like fire. Someone was having like a camp out up there. And it's like really weird because this mountain is a good distance away, and it looked like it was way closer that night for some reason. I have to say though, yesterday with this filming with it, the imagery is very sharp. Very sharp imagery with this camera. Should be with a 1-inch sensor, and as big as it is, even though it doesn't have HLG or any of that stuff. It was a little shakier than, you know, traditionally what I'm used to filming with. But I guess just gotta get used to having something like this with me, I guess. I just turn face tracking on manually here. I hear birds all over the place. It's just, I have sun in my eyes, and we're gonna go through the playground. I'm wearing my work shoes, so I don't care if it is a little bit soft. But just try to get these guys out for a little bit of a stroll around here. Yeah. To drive somewhere, and, you know, there might be seagulls. I doubt there's any ice left. I think all the ice was chucking off the dam the other day. We did have a pretty cold morning this morning, but it wasn't enough to, you know, refreeze anything, I don't think. Especially a moving river, especially as fast as it was going. Keep forgetting about waiting for the mic to connect on this thing. I did not bother putting the mics back on the Sony today. There is a little bit of a breeze, so we'll get a native audio test with that. It's pretty out. Yeah, the nice thing don't get me wrong, I love the Action 5. I think it's a great camera, but the Pocket, it's easier to actually pocket, if that makes any sense. It's slightly smaller. I don't have quite as much stuff on the, you know, it's all built in. I don't have to worry about an extra remote and the light and everything getting caught in my pocket when I try to pull it out. You know, but it is a great camera. I really do like it. It's just when it comes to overall convenience, I do struggle sometimes with the gimbal, but, you know, there's always going to be something I don't like about something. I just want to give you a good grand idea how leaning that tree really is. I keep telling him. Maintenance said he was going to come down and look at it the other day, but yeah, the roots are getting more and more exposed here. Or that slow zoom, that might be a little bit too slow. Oh, I hear Ruby coming. Let's see if we can get Ruby. There's the Rubes. There she is. There's the big girl. He's a big girl. You excited, Mateo? This side of the sign, buddy. What are you doing, big girl? What are you doing? Calm down, Mateo. Gee whiz. Hey, you be nice. Hey! You slow your roll there, little man. Slow your roll, little man. What are you doing? I haven't seen you in forever.
I know.
It was last month. This is for Mr. Baker. Get him some shroom porn. I might just send him this clip because I don't even know if he's watching the videos right now. They are pretty large shrooms on that tree. Boy, the zoom speed. I'm like, I wish there was a medium. Wish there was a medium zoom. Oh, there's one down there. Do 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 do. Yeah, and I don't have any dead cats on this thing right now, so I don't know how the wind is affecting this thing. But I do have the audio levels way down. I was watching a video on this camera, and they're like, turn this down. You don't want it to go above -12. It wouldn't be a camera test for me if I didn't shoot my favorite tree. Yeah, eventually I'm going to get another ND filter for this thing for doing long exposure water shots, but right now I'm going to hold off. Gee whiz, 600 millimeters on a pine cone, that's crazy. Thing's not that far above my head either. 8 feet, 10 feet maybe. Oh, by the time it zooms in, the bird will no longer be there and it's already gone. Alright, we got the zoom back up to full speed. I think you can kind of make it go a little bit slower by not pulling it all the way fast. Yeah. You have it on normal. There's just nothing you can do about it. I love those shots of his face. Mateo. What are you doing, boo-boo? What are you doing, boo-boo? Priya. Priya. She's like, nope, you had your opportunity and you were filming him. Priya. Priya. Don't be sniffing his butt. Priya, you want to look at me? There you are. That was a quick look. Okay, just for, wow. Take it out of 4K 60 or 4K 30 and go to 1080 60. And the screen just said, hey, I can be really bright if you want me to be. I just need something fast to go by. I'm going to do a 1080 60 test and see how clear this is, especially when I run it through 4K 60 in Final Cut. That's another test I kind of wanted. It's doing a pretty good job on that little bird at 600. Little bird! Chirp, chirp, chirp! They're moving around so fast in the tree. Finding them, there's a bunch of them in this tree. Tell you what, with the screen being brighter, you can see things better. There they are. I found him because it was... Oh, the branch is going to mess me up, isn't it? He's a lot further away than the other one was the other day. I think he might actually be going away from me. These little guys are all over the place. I'm going to be really curious to see how that looks when with 60 frames a second, if I can slow his wings down. They're just hopping all over the place, these little birds. So cute. Alrighty, back to the Pocket 3. See, this is the thing. I get using the other camera and then I just keep trying to use it. I got that little bird. I'm happy with that. Got that little bird, and then I got little man's face. And then I have microphones now that I have a wind gust, so that's a good thing. Oh, yeah. Like I said, walking with it, doing this all the time, I just don't see me doing. But maybe more often. I mean, I think it's the time of the day for the birds, for the big eagles to be out, and then we're not at the right time. I don't really pay attention to what time they're normally just kind of hovering over. Of course, it might not even have anything to do with it. So it's luck. And if you don't have the camera with you to get it, you miss it. So, anywho, all right, finish our walk here. See if we can catch anything else. And keep playing. I'm going to leave it in 1080-60 for right now. I just want to see what happens when I import, and if you see a quality change in the video when I edit. So the only bad thing is the Sony cameras, because like I said, this is the last generation of the RX10 and then the RX100 Mark 7. They USB-C had been out for both of these cameras, and Sony didn't bother putting in these cameras. These are micro. I did find a USB-C to micro cable, which come in handy for some of the other devices I have, so I did get 2 of them. They're like $6.29 for 2 3-foot ones. We'll see how they work out. Or 3.3 meter, I don't know. They're either meter or feet, what they are, but because I have a couple other accessories, lights and stuff that plug in that micro. So I figured, well, that way I don't have to have a special plug to plug them in. These trees right here are such a pain to ever get. Oh, that is beautiful. That is like the perfect shot, because the phone can't quite get that tight, and then you get too close. Sometimes you need to be further away from the subject to make it work right. So I don't know. See, yeah, it's F4. It's not changing it's not letting me use my f-stop because I'm in regular video mode, so I can use the shutter button. So it's an F4, 5, F5. This bright, an F8 would be perfect. But actually, I mean, it looks really good on the screen. I thought the stabilization, honestly, was a lot better than I remember. Of course, I was really trying yesterday. Today, I'm even trying harder because I have 2 hands on the camera. The tree might mess me up like it did yesterday. Threw me out of focus. It was a bird on top. Damn it. Didn't quite get there in time. You sit right on top of that one tree. Boy, the sun's like right in, I'm using the viewfinder, it's right in my eye. So currently I've been using the card from the Pocket 3, which I believe is the Plus, the Samsung Plus cards. I haven't put the Ultimate in this yet. I wanted to try it out with the Pocket and see if import was fast enough to warrant me to keep them. So maybe I'll have to pop it out of the Pocket and put it in here and see what happens, to see if it records a little bit faster, because there is a little delay when you stop, even at 1080-60. I'm not going to be able to get the apartment out of that, but I just thought with the tree and the cloud, it looks really cool. I'm not sure I'm getting the angle I want, though. That's another downside, is the screen on this thing, unlike some of the vlogging style cameras, it's not viewable from in front of the camera. I don't know if that's budding or not. It's hard to tell through the viewfinder. I'll have to see it in post if it is or not. Yeah, see, that's the other downside, is it's not, even with the viewfinder, that's even smaller than using the screen, but it's not as bright even to try to use like the phone. Let me try the screen once and zoom back in. See if I can see any more detail. Yeah, can't really make it out. That's much better zoom speed though. I'm gonna have a little bit of the roof of the shop here, but the tree with the clouds. Oh, there's a bird up there. He's like, what are you doing? I mean, I can get in a little bit tighter, but you lose what I'm trying to get there with the cloud that's going up right here, and then this guy here with the tree top. This building is in my way. Yeah, so the screen doesn't flip up so you can see it if you're filming yourself. There was something else I just thought of too, and I can't think of what it is. Besides, well, the 1080-60, that's basically going to be your, I mean, you can actually do 120 frames per second on both this and the RX 100. Trying to think of what else there was that this doesn't have. HLG. Damn it, I just thought of it, and when I hit record, I can't remember what it was. If I think about it, I'll try to remember. Got to start filming with this thing a little bit more, though, because I want to test the speed of this card for import. I mean, on a single clip, it's been pretty fast, but I haven't done, like, a whole bunch of clips. But I'm having fun getting some really cool zoom shots of these trees before the leaves start. Actually, that one looks like it might be budding. What you doing, Pokey? What you doing? You big girl? Yeah, I don't think I want to use priority shutter in video. I think that's going to, yep, it's slowing everything down. Now it's giving me an F13. And yep, still can't adjust anything with that. So that ring becomes basically null and void in video. It's not even focusing on that bird. Yeah, we don't want to use that mode. There's priority aperture. You chatting? Yeah? As soon as I aim the camera at them, they both look the other direction. Teo! Bria! Bria! She's not going to look, there's people down the sidewalk. Alrighty, well, one of the other bonuses, I think the 1080-60 bumped up to 4K with a 60 frame timeline is pretty crisp in motion. It hadn't quite rendered yet with my sharpness and my little bit of an adjustments, but I get intelligent active stabilization. So I gain stabilization by dropping down to the 1080 and get 60 frames per second. I think that's where I'm going to leave it for right now. And it actually switched over automatically when I switched it to 1080, because that's the way I had that mode set up. So it does remember some things. I still haven't remembered what I was thinking that the RX has that this doesn't have, the 100. I don't remember. But anyway, alright, video is edited. I am going to call it a night. Terry's about to head out for work, and I'm pretty positive I closed tomorrow night. I almost am positive of that. So we'll be able to do a little bit of videos before work. Yep, 1 to 8:30 tomorrow. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Playing around with this monstrosity. So this is, yeah, this is not a tiny camera to be walking around with as a constant. So that's the only negative. Did have the strap on me today, so it was, you know, it gave me a good stability. Was able to get some really cool zoom shots, got some really neat birds, was able to screen grab a whole bunch of pictures. I'm going to edit them once they import. And going forward, and you know, even if we go to the dog park or whatnot, I'll try to continue to take this with me, so I have some extended zoom in a much higher quality than what I've been getting. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the morning as always. Have a good night and stay safe.